Hello and welcome to another episode of Southern Hang Podcast. I'm Neil Wilding, joined by my good friends Brian Redmond, Sherman Brown, Craig Cotton. We're four college fraternity brothers that, did the stereotypical thing and said, let's start a podcast. And a year into it, we're still going strong. It's grown into something I never thought it would be, which has been absolutely amazing. And for a good portion of our episodes, we talk music. And I'm calling it now, guys. We are the self-proclaimed, unofficial, official podcast of Railbird Music Festival.
All right. that seems like an official title. That's an official
Unofficially self-proclaimed.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I'm in.
So, we talk music, and we had an episode earlier in the year where we talked about events that we were looking forward to, festivals we're looking forward to, and we are heading up to Railbird, which is in Lexington, Kentucky. It's at, what's the name of the facility? It's like Red Mile.
The infield at Red Mile.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah, and Red Mile was an old
racetrack.
Mm-hmm. And it wasn't really getting much use, and they said...
It's now like a big gaming.
It's
It's a big gaming spot there too. That the indoor casino is still there and all that.
Yeah. I am going to this festival. Cotton, I know you're going.
Me,
Red and Sherman, are you gonna join?
Yeah.
I am trying to make it on Sunday. That's my plan as of right now. We'll see how this goes.
I don't have tickets yet, but after a little research, I'm certainly intrigued, and I think Saturday's got my attention.
Yeah. So, Saturday, speaking of, we're going to do something here. We're going to break our podcast into two parts. So for this week's episode, we are going to focus in on Saturday's lineup. So Saturday, June 6th at the Red Mile in Lexington. The Railbird is a 2-day festival. So like I said, we're going to work on Saturday. And the way Railbird does it, they have 3 stages. They've got the limestone stage, they have the elkhorn stage, and they have the burl. And so what I thought we would do, guys, is build out a Saturday Railbird playlist. Just live here on the show, and we'll go through the lineup. I know I like to get there early, so I'll be there for the first show period. And that's what I thought we'd do here is just look through the schedule. And starting at the Elkhorn stage at 1 o'clock, we got Hazlitt. They're going to be on the show from 1 to 1:45. And like I said, if we know the artist, we'll talk them about it a little bit, maybe build a playlist we can share with our listeners.
Yeah.
You ready to dig in, fellas?
Heck yeah. Yeah, Saturday's a good day. There's definitely some conflicts. You got to figure out how much of one you're going to see before you run to the next one. So but the place is cool if y'all haven't been to it. I mean, it's very user friendly. You can between the Elkhorn and the Limestone, there's actually spots you can just kind of sit and you just do like a 180, and you just turn around and you're watching it. They don't do left to right. But they do front to back. You can rotate like a 180.
And then where's the third?
The burl's on the back side of the Elkhorn. If they have the lineup, the lineup the same way they did last year, the burl's on the back side of the Elkhorn, but very easily walkable. Again, and if you get on the back side of the burl or the back side of the Elkhorn, you can do 180s between the Elkhorn and the burl. So you can, if you do like the 2/3 spot, you can easily go between 2 stages.
So we can. So if we got bands we want to see back to back from like Burl Stage over to Limestone, it's possible.
That's a little bit longer walk. Burl to Elkhorn easy, Elkhorn to Limestone easy, Limestone to Burl.
These are the things that the unofficial official podcast needs to bring to the community.
Yep.
So as a seasoned vet, Craig, so you're talking about hunkering down, doing your 360. So can you bring in like lawn chairs, or is this just standing room only, or what's that look like?
Last year we brought in blankets. We had water. There are water filling stations. There is, adult beverages, food. It's very clean. The whole property is super clean. Lockers. You can get your locker, put all your, your gear in there if you need to. If there's stuff you want to store and not have to carry all day long, if you
want to pick up some merch.
Yep, you can go buy your merch, go lock it up in the locker. Yep, go pick it up later on. Absolutely. We were on a blanket.
Support your local artists.
I
Buy the
don't.
merch.
I don't know that I recall chairs, but I bet there were. I just don't recall that answer. But very friendly. Tons of food. And
Cotton, you're, I don't know if you did this in past years, you're camping out, right?
this
So
will be my first year.
you're gonna have Boulevard there with you?
Boulevard 2, the Electric Boogaloo, is going to be staged at the Kentucky Horse Park. We're going to get there Friday night, pull in, set up Friday, and then we're going to stay and then leave Monday morning, pull out. So yeah, we're staying the whole weekend. But the horse park is the closest to the place that we could find. I'm sure somebody that has some deeper knowledge may know of another place, but that was the closest place I could find for our fifth wheel, and it's about 25 minutes away. So we're gonna Uber.
Just at the park.
Yeah, we're gonna Uber back and forth every day to the festival.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if we are going to get there in time for the first show, how early we think
it's fine early. The coming in early up until you get to the bigger names, it's an easy get through the gates. It's not until you get into the later evening, the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock on before it starts getting a little more crazy on the traffic. It's going to be pretty easy to get there on the first. Now leaving was a madhouse. When we left last year, you had to be patient. You had to be patient, and we Ubered out of there last year, and we had to be patient to get our ride. But it was very well done, very well organized. They have a whole staging area for the Uber, what's the other dude? The Uber and Lyft. Yeah, they got all the and taxis and all. And we actually had a guy that came and got us that came in and was like, you could see that we were trying to get an Uber. He's like, I got you, and he's like, follow me, and we followed him out to a minivan. And I think we gave him $150. We stayed at a friend of ours' house that lived right outside of Lexington.
So if I'm driving in from Louisville, maybe I need to head to the Kentucky Horse Park where you're camped out.
Hell yeah.
Leave my car there. We'll ride together.
Yep.
I thought you were coming in to make $150. I thought you were coming in to pick him up and take him
I
out.
guess I could do that. Too.
Hell yeah.
Maybe that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Come on in. That'd be great too, because we got a big group. We got three campsites back to back to back, and I know you and I are in the same boat. We're early schedule. I want to catch the early acts, and I don't want to miss people. So it might be good to be like, hey, I'm cutting out with Neil, and we're going to go catch the early acts. Y'all just catch up with us later on. Those that just want to catch the big names at the back end of the day. So hell yeah.
All right. So any other logistical questions before we tackle the lineup?
I do have one answer for you because I looked it up here while we were talking through. No chairs allowed. You can bring the blankets, as Cotton said, but no chairs. None of those allowed at all.
All right.
Okay.
Cotton, I think you're lucky to be with us. You just found some random dude that says, I got you, and you walk to his van down by the river and
The amount
gave
of
him money for a ride home.
Yeah,
I just glossed over that, didn't I?
the amount of times that I've done that, and I've agreed with, but it's also led to me to some fabulous nights that turned into something I didn't expect. But so far, 53 years, knock on wood, that always has turned out to be a good time. So
All right.
I'm a trusting fellow. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I've done that a few times.
Well, just don't say that in public.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
As the official podcast of Railbird, I don't think we can. I don't want to condone that activity, but certainly, you're on your own. You're all big boys and girls.
Yeah,
All right.
good
But
times.
since we're the
good times.
unofficial official, feel
Yeah.
free.
That's right.
All right, let's talk lineup here.
Yeah.
So the opening act of the entire festival is on the Elkhorn stage, and it's an artist called Hazlitt. 1 o'clock. He's got a 45-minute set. This was a blind spot for me. I don't know this artist at all.
No, sorry. I should have done some. I go from number 2 on. So Hazlitt, I've got nothing for you. So
I did some research today.
sweet.
And interestingly enough, it's one of the more streamed artists in the entire lineup.
Extreme.
Evidently streamed. Like
Big Singaporean following.
yeah. No, I has more followers or daily whatever, however the Spotify does it, than Stephen Wilson Jr.
Band,
Earl
group,
Keen.
person.
Solo artist out of Australia, I think. but evidently popped off on TikTok and
That's what the kids are saying.
has a
It popped
couple of
off.
songs that are actually pretty popular
All right.
that I like on those streaming, but they didn't translate to like to having much of a live music following. But as far as those on TikTok, they know this artist pretty well.
Yet.
Seems like a kind of a solo. That's right. Singer-songwriter type. But I don't have much to add on Hazlitt
Okay.
other than props to him on his social media presence. Maybe we can learn something from him. So if we see him there, let's ask him.
All right. We're in.
But then, to your point, Cotton, about you face decisions every
Yeah.
time you go to a festival.
Oh, yeah.
I got a decision to make about 2:00.
Right out of the
Because
gate.
on the Burl stage, you got Colton Boland,
Yeah.
who's an up and comer.
He's been blowing up.
A lot.
Blowing up.
Yep.
Yep.
And on the Limestone stage,
Yeah, John R. Miller.
you got John R. Miller.
Yeah, both big. Though that's definitely gonna have to be split time. We're definitely gonna have to do first portion of Colton and then get over to John R. Miller because they're
And are
definitely
those-
they're
so
definitely
if
far
we're-
enough. They're definitely far enough away that visually you can see it's going on, but audibly you would not be able to do it. I was proud of myself for coming up with audibly. Sorry.
Audibly.
Yeah. Audibly you would not be able to hear them going off on the two different stages. So.
So they're
So you
the
got
those.
Colton at 1:30 and John R. Miller at 1:45.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, you could catch the first few songs.
Absolutely. Easy
And
walk.
But I definitely want to see a little bit of each of them.
I do too.
And Cotton, those are the two stages you're saying that are the
Those are
furthest away.
they're the farthest apart. Correct. The Limestone Burl's the farthest walk, and then exactly like the way the lineup shows, Elkhorn sits right in the middle, so you can bounce between Elkhorn to the two stages real easy, and then from Limestone to Burl's the farthest walk, which is not a very far walk at all.
My granddad would be so happy that we're going to a festival that has a stage named Elkhorn.
Yeah.
When he used to talk about, like, when he was in high school, he talked about playing this basketball team at the Forks of Elkhorn, which
Yeah.
is Elkhorn here, and they had an outdoor court. It was that's where he played their high school game. An
Alright.
outdoor court on the dirt. And so if he was talking about something that was way far away, you're like, oh, yeah, out the Forks of Elkhorn. Anyway, we can edit that.
Hell
out.
yeah,
That-
well, I'm in. I'm gonna put that. That's my kind of talk. I'm the courts of Elkhorn. That's how that meant. That was
Forks of Elkhorn.
Forks.
He would represent, like, that's far away. Like, oh, yeah, you're going out to Forks of Elkhorn.
Oh, I'm using that from now on. It sounds great.
You're yeah. Elkhorn.
The Forks of
All right,
Elkhorn.
Colton Boland. Like, if you were Cotton, you know much of his stuff.
I
Like,
know some. I know some of his stuff, and I bet he's been keeps popping up on my, like my need to check out playlists. And so far, everything I've listened to, I really enjoyed. So I haven't done a deep dive, but I do know that I'm like, oh yeah, that guy's great. Everything I've heard so far has been cool. So, but I
Yeah,
need.
he put out an album this year called Grandpa's Will, and if you're looking for a track to add, Clinton County, cool
Oh, yeah.
track. But and then John R. Miller, he's been at it a long time. I know our boys at Laurel Cove love John R. Miller. He's there almost every year. They're letting Railbird borrow him for for this one. Anything from John R. Miller that we should put specifically?
He's got a new album coming out here. I don't recall how far that is. That new album's coming.
Well, he's only got a couple of songs released, but there's a song called Toll Booth off that new album that is a jam. I'm a fan.
So when we talk about this, and here we're throwing out 15 different artists. Are you going to be able to give us your jam of the week based off these 15 artists? And
I'm going to give you an entire playlist.
entire playlist.
So we already got 2 tracks. We got one from Colton Boland. We got a little John R. Miller. Sorry, Hazlitt. I didn't know what to add there. But I will say that the John R. Miller's cool. On that, too, he's got a cover of a song from Darren Hockard, which I put his, if you remember, the best of 25
Who doesn't?
from last year.
Right.
Who doesn't? Right. He had an entrance into that, and John R. Miller's covered one of his songs. So, but he's an institution, definitely worth checking out.
Absolutely.
For those that don't know his music.
And these are 45-minute sets. 45-minute sets early, so yeah.
So what's
Smash and
like?
grab.
That's what 8 songs.
Yeah, but they got it lined up. I mean, there's no downtime. You're moving straight to your basketball statistician, straight from John R. Miller to Ken Pomeroy.
Yeah, so Kim Pomeroy, love to see her here. She's got a set at the Elkhorn stage. Did you all do your homework from the Best of 25 episode and check out Kim Pomeroy's, any of her stuff? Are you whistling cicadas from her album?
Of course I am. Of course I am, Wilding.
I'm sorry. Sherman just shivered because I said cicadas.
It's true. It's true. It's too soon.
Should-
It's too soon.
Sherman had a bout of cicadas at his outdoor wedding. How many years ago was that, buddy?
18.
18 years ago. So,
Still not
just
still
for
not
the
over it.
Still not over it, buddy.
Yeah. One of the
I can't believe y'all didn't check out Ken Pomeroy. Do we
we're
need to remind our listeners?
Yep.
Ken
what
Pom.
they need to-
Ken Pom.
It is not. So she was not named after the person that came up with the analytical data that college basketball uses. No, her name is McKenna Pomeroy, and goes by Ken, and so it really is a different Ken Pomeroy. And she is very chill. I think I described her before as if imagine if like Dolly Parton and Mazzy Star had a baby, like a mix. So it's like a little bit of indie fuzz, but very much like a Dolly type of voice.
I'm gonna have to call bullshit. Not on how you're classifying it. I think I would remember that statement. Dolly and Mazzy Star.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back to the archives.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right,
dig
so-
in. That's my
rewind the
homework.
tape.
That's my homework. Go ahead.
Yeah. Shame on you. You should have checked them out when I first mentioned
I should
it.
have.
She's cool though, and I first heard her music on a TV show that was on FX, and my memory is drawing a blank. But it was the Ethan Hawke show, and it was set in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is where she's from. And she had a very small part in the TV show, but they played a few of her songs, a couple of needle drops, as we like to say, in that show, and that's what made me check her out. And man, I'm loving it. And her album. What is that album called? Let's see. I should remember. Her album
What did
is
they even
called
do?
Cruel Joke. That's
Sorry, what's it called?
Cruel Joke.
Okay.
Came out in 2025.
all right.
I could throw that whole album on the playlist, but for this one, let's see. Let's go with Sherman. I'll leave Cicadas off the playlist.
You can throw cicadas on there. It's okay.
Cicadas
I'm
is a great
getting
tune.
I'm getting comfortable.
Okay.
I was pretty
Maybe that'll
comfortable.
help
Pretty
you.
comfortable whistling it there a second ago. I mean, I think that's the right choice.
All right, we'll
It was
throw
a
that
perfect
on.
rendition, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Never had one
Well,
listen.
we're transitioning from Ken Pomeroy over to the Burl stage with Sons of Habit. They're blowing up right now too.
Owensboro's own.
Yep,
They are.
They're doing good.
I don't have much to add on them. I haven't really. I see them popping off a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't spent any time.
Yep, they're out of the borough. So yeah, we'll have to definitely. I mean, they're doing it great though. We're going to be able to roll from one stage to the next.
I listened to a couple songs of theirs. This was one of the bands that as soon as when I saw it was Owensboro, so I listened to a couple songs. I'm going to add "Sober" onto the playlist. I don't know. I listened to a couple songs, but that's the one that really hit me. And
And if
pile
we were to
in here.
describe Sons of Habit,
I would say singer songwriter, but I got a little. And when you listen to "Sober," you tell me if you pick this up. I got a little bit of like Phil Collins.
oh
I'm
really?
going to take it back a little bit.
Like In the Air Tonight,
Fame?
Phil, or like Susu Studio?
More in the air tonight.
Okay.
I'm with you. Good question. Good, fair question.
All right.
Fair question. And again, more on the indie folk kind of vibe as well. So they're kind of
Sweet. I was at the ballpark last night, and they played "Take Me Home." I'm like, okay, Phil Collins. Like, he did have a little something. I do remember. Like that. I'll put that.
he had a
on
little
in
something.
the air today.
Yeah.
He did okay for himself. You think Sons of Habit played at our little buddy's joint down there in Owensboro?
Oh, that is a good question.
Thrashers?
Yeah, little Nashville.
Thrashers, Little Nashville.
Yeah.
Guarantee it. Guarantee it.
Shout out. So anybody, if you're in Nashville, swing over. Thrashers is a spot.
In Owensboro.
Owensboro, sorry.
In Owensboro,
Correct.
Little Nashville.
You are correct.
Brasher's Little Nashville. It's all right.
So
Well-
let's see our people.
This next band at 3:15, they had to put them on early in the day because they only had one headlight. The Wallflowers. Hey,
He's here all week, folks. He's here all week.
but the Wallflowers. That's a big name people for early in the day.
Yeah, the
They-
90s alternative part of this show.
Well, it's an interesting dynamic, right? You guys were talking about old Colton and Sons of Habit popping off. I feel like the Wallflowers are kind of on the other end of the spectrum here. Is that a fair assessment?
But
I
they're
agree.
they're definitely people. Some people want to go see. It's not like they haven't.
Yeah. I was
Awesome.
I was listening to 4 other songs this weekend on a playlist.
I think
Four?
that
4.
just 4 songs.
You got it.
They're
You
playing-
get, like,
their
you-
set
On a
is a little-
playlist.
I think an hour.
It's on a playlist.
Yeah, it's on a playlist.
All right.
I did. Did y'all listen to Wildflowers a lot? Like you couldn't not listen to them for a couple
Yeah.
for like a year. Like they were all over alternative radio.
Yeah.
Craig, you and I've talked about being at the Luna Fest in Pensacola.
Yep.
Back in 2012. That they played there. That was yeah, they jam.
And I actually stole my
Bops.
joke. I stole my joke from Dave Grohl because he's like, these poor bands, look at them. They're still out there killing it with that one damn headlight. Like, how are they still out there doing it? So that was I stole my joke from Dave Grohl, circa Pensacola. All right.
I did not. I mean, I obviously knew the 2 songs, One Headlight and 6th Avenue Heartache. I kind of went deeper, knowing that we're going to see them. I mean, they're worthy.
What we got?
We're
Hashtag.
supposed to ring the bell.
Sorry.
No, not
you're,
yet. Not yet. We haven't hit our limit. We're nowhere near it. We're nowhere near it.
Props to Jacob Dylan, by the way. He could have played off his name, being Bob Dylan's kid, and he
What?
just did
Breaking
just
news.
did a band name.
Breaking news for Sherman.
Yeah.
Shocker. Maybe we should tell our younger generation that the Wallflowers is fronted by the son of Bob Dylan.
You got to explain to them who Bob Dylan is first. You'd have to, they're like, it's too long of a roadmap for the young folks.
All right, so worthy of checking out the Wallflowers.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
What about at like the 4 o'clock? You've got Watch House at Elkhorn.
Yeah, and Lacey K. Booth. I don't
at the
know
Burl.
I don't know Lacey K. Booth.
I don't know her either.
I'm gonna check her
That's a
out. She
blind
got.
spot for me.
Do you think she goes by LKB? And that just seems like a
I'm going to say no.
no.
Yeah. Probably goes by Lacey K. Booth.
She probably does.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Put Lacey K. Booth on her merch. I'm gonna say
Her name flows. Her name flows great. So
it is.
Probably
about Watch
probably
House?
somebody
So,
in
I
marketing
don't know.
put that together.
yeah,
Or
Y'all
or
in on
parents.
Watch House?
yeah.
They're in marketing.
Thinking ahead.
I had tried to ask the question: are y'all in on Watch House? That's 4:15.
We haven't left Lacey K. Booth's stage.
I
We're
moved
gonna
on.
stay there.
I did. I don't know
Got
anything
it.
about her music. I moved on.
Yeah, we're in for
I
Watch
didn't laugh
House.
at your jokes.
We're in for Watch House.
All right, we're back to Elkhorn
We're in
stage.
for that. Pretty heavily streamed artist. I don't know much about him. It's like a duo. Is that right?
Could be.
We're leaning on you here, buddy.
It's a blind spot for me. I don't know Watch House. I do know that they are pretty heavily streamed artist.
Not as heavily streamed as Hazlitt.
Just the same. Each of them at 1.2 and 1.1 respectively. So they're in the same ballpark.
Those are big numbers.
Those are big
All of
numbers.
those more though than some of the artists that that we've talked about so far, which would actually make sense as we're moving closer to
The bigger lineup.
to
Yeah, yeah.
later in the night. But like Hazlitt, 1.1 million streams to go first, and then Watch House 10 artists later, whatever, at 1.2. I don't know. Interesting. Wallflowers 2.9, so they're holding strong. So maybe some kids are listening to them.
Old folks.
Probably us. Yeah, probably us. All right, so now, like, speaking of the kids,
Now we're getting into the heart of it. Well,
5:15, you've got Sam Barber on the Limestone stage, and Mountain Grass Unit at the Burl stage. I don't know much on Mountain Grass Unit, but I know Sam Barber's.
Mountain Grass Unit just popped up too. They're playing somewhere. I was just reading about them today. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna research what I was just reading today.
Well, Neil, tell us a little bit about Sam Barber.
So Sam Barber, I mean, I would describe. I don't mean to like he's in the Zach Bryan category.
Okay.
A country singer songwriter, extremely popular with the younger generation. Like my kids told me about Sam Barber.
Mountain Grass Unit playing
And,
Bonnaroo
for
this
me,
year.
I don't know if you all like my kids. Like I got the music I like, and they got the music, and then we have some stuff that's in the middle where we can both tolerate, and like that's where Zach Bryan lives for me, and I would put Sam Barber in that same category where he's pretty good,
Okay.
and it's like I listen to it and I'm like, okay, thank God I'm not listening to Morgan Wallen.
Toleration.
More than that, though. Like more, like he's. But I had ignored him actually just because I'd heard of him through kids, and so I didn't.
You didn't trust the children's
I didn't.
music. Well,
Yep.
Mountain Grass is playing Bonnaroo this year. That's where I was.
Oh, okay.
I think
Red Cotton. I feel like y'all have something to say, or Red and Sherman.
No, we said it.
we had a moment. We had a moment.
Yeah.
You had your moment together.
Yeah, we did.
So
It was
a
the
moment.
YouTube feed.
It was a
will pick
moment.
it
We
up.
did. Had to go on mute for a second. I think looking at the listing here for Saturday, shout out to listener of the show, I think Mountain Grass Unit has got to be our boy CT's favorite band.
Oh, you want to pick the best CT name out of the
I think
lineup?
it is. It's the most unique.
I think that's what he's got to go with.
Yeah, not much competition.
Yeah.
Ken Pomeroy maybe, just because it's but
He's a basketball dude. All right, we'll come back to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
good call.
Y'all in on Sam Barber?
I'm in.
Yeah, we're
What's,
in.
if you were to add a song to the playlist from Sam Barber, what?
Well, the
He's
big
not-
one,
what are you adding?
the
Yeah,
big
go
one
ahead.
was Straight and Narrow. I mean, the one
Straight and Narrow?
that was the first one that I had heard.
I'm trying to remember. We were listening to it on the way to the track yesterday. I think my son told me that maybe Music for the Soul was a big one.
Were you doing like
He does a cover.
Were you doing
of
an
Jersey
unofficial
Giant.
playlist of Railbird on the way to the track yesterday, or were you doing the official?
That was the unofficial. That's-
We were
that has to be
the unofficial, like the wider universe.
Yeah.
And then before we narrowed it into the official
Gotcha.
of the unofficial official podcast playlist.
Playlist.
Yeah.
All right.
Music for the Soul seems pretty cool. Better Year, I think, is one of his big ones.
Where's old Sam?
He's got a bunch.
Indi-
Where's old
Indigo is
Sam Barber
another-
out of?
Indigo.
He's got a song called
Missouri.
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 He's got a song called SOB. I wonder, is that a remake of your boy Rateliff?
Oh, Nathaniel Rateliff. No, I think it's his own.
Think it's his own?
Might be, though. I don't know. I know he covers Jersey Giant, though, which is a big Tyler Childers tune. And,
Pretty ballsy to do it this weekend when Tyler's going to be playing the next day after.
yeah, I was kind of curious if he plays it.
Yeah, just play it
it's
before
on
he does.
most
Just
of
play
the
it before he
sets.
does.
I think that's how you become great,
Fun.
man. You put your balls out there.
Maybe Tyler comes on stage and plays it with him. He also does
Oh,
a cover
did we
of
do that?
Dancing
I
in the
haven't even
Sky.
thought. I haven't even done that. I usually do the cross check on who's homies with the other people to see to think about who might come out and play with their people. Oh, I haven't done that yet. Tell me, where am I
He
at?
does have a lot of duets, but the girls that he duets with, I don't see them on the lineup. So
I noticed that too,
see.
Wilding. Averyana. Looks like a lot of songs there.
yeah,
On the
she gets some songwriting
Yeah,
credits.
maybe you can talk to Ella Langley, get her to come out a day early and play.
That's Sunday.
Yeah,
That's Sunday.
she's going to be huge.
See, she's gotten so popular that
Yeah.
we can't do a Saturday lineup discussion without her at least creeping her way.
Oh, we're
into
gonna, yeah, you're gonna, there's gonna be little hints on what's going on Sunday too. All right, from Sam to Barber, we move on to Stephen Wilson Jr., who is blowing up right now. He is everywhere. I got to see him at Mercury Ballroom, put on a hell of a show, and that was a free ticket to a long-time listener of the show, Lee Lorimore. Thanks for the tickets, my man. And so me and him went to that show. Great show. I was really excited. I didn't know much about him before, and then as soon as we went to that show, it's like now he's everywhere, winning Grammys.
I feel like
he's.
I described Cole Chaney, who's not on this lineup, but when I liked his album, I described him as like a mixture of alternative, like 90s alternative meets Americana. I feel like Stephen Wilson Jr. is the same. Like he is, he even has a song, Year to Be Young, 1994.
Oh yeah, it's a cool
I feel
song.
like he has like some of that young grunge
He does.
blood in him.
Yep.
He's a cool dude. I'm excited to see him. I'm a big fan of I'm a Song. Like you want to shed a tear and let the room get dusty, play that one. It's good.
Is that going on the playlist?
It's
That's the
definitely
song?
going on the playlist.
Okay.
It's great. It's really good.
Well, back to the kids on the Burl stage. Right after that's Waylon Wyatt, and I dig him, man. We got to catch him last year at Bourbon and Beyond, and that was he put on a show, man.
Yeah.
That's a young cat, and he's blowing up too. So Waylon Wyatt from 6:30 to 7:30 on the Burl stage. So
and
that'll
Waylon
be
Wyatt,
it.
would you call him more traditional country, or is he also part of this?
He's just like young, the younger. I don't know what you call it, because he's like that younger country that the kids are liking. But yes, he's more. At least the trend has gone away from the poppy bling jing, and he's
Like Baker?
he's got
Like
yeah,
Roy
like
Baker?
him and Baker Blankenship played together, yeah. And so they're boys. They got up on stage at Bourbon together, and sang a couple of songs together. So yes, but the
Think that's his real name, Waylon Wyatt?
I don't know.
Or is that like a
I bet Wyatt's his middle name.
it feels like two first names.
It is. Yeah.
We'll ask. We'll see if we can find him when he gets off stage.
find him.
He'll
Track
be
him down.
he'll be in the
Follow the kids.
Yeah.
They'll be there. Meanwhile, I'll be heading over to the Limestone stage for Mount Joy.
yeah.
They kick off at 7:15. I was thinking their set might have a little bit more time, but they've got an hour. You guys in on Mount Joy?
Full disclosure, I was hoping they would flip-flop Mount Joy over to the Burl and bring old Robert Earl Keen over to the Limestone at 7:15.
And
I could do that or camp.
don't get me started on Robert.
I
Earl
think
Keen.
Robert.
I'm gonna
I think
need a whole episode. to
yeah. I
talk
think
about
Robert Earl Keen should be, but I think he should be number 2 behind the Lumineers instead of.
it. I will say I think Robert Earl Keen he's 70 now,
Yeah.
and a couple of years ago I don't know, 3-4 years ago maybe, he announced that he was going to quit touring. He had like a real bad case of Bell's palsy, and it was having to play his set sitting down, and all of a sudden I hear he's back touring again, and so I'm just grateful that we get to see him wherever he is on the lineup.
Yeah.
I think he's the artist I've seen in concert more than anybody else. From when I lived in Texas, Robert Earl Keen's the dude. In fact, I brought some props. I got my autographed copy of What I Really Mean from back in the CD days when I lived there. Actually went to a record store when that one was released and met him. Got my autograph.
There you go.
Solid.
So
Neil,
he's the dude.
back in that time when you and I were sending CDs back and forth to each other, and we would send I don't know if it was 3 or 5 or whatever it was, but you sent me a whole album, a whole CD of Robert Earl Keen, and that was the moment where I was like, this dude's on Americana and country. That's what he's listening to now. That's all. That's where I just put you in that camp, and that's But it was an education.
Well, don't jump to camp because we still got to go back to Mount Joy. So
Well, and I'm
Let's
waiting.
come back to Mount Joy.
Yeah.
While we're on Robert Earl Keen, I had somebody ask me the other day, like what are some of your favorite live albums of all time? Robert Earl Keen's number 2 Live Dinner is my favorite live album, period.
ho. That's
Period.
a bold statement out of your mouth.
It is incredible.
I feel like you're shooting. I feel like you're shooting from the hip.
I'm not.
Better
That's
than
not how I
Peter Frampton live?
Well, yeah. If it's number one, it's better than all of them. No, it is. It's got a story, Cotton, of when he met Willie Nelson, which I know you would appreciate. And like everybody knows, the road goes on. The road goes on forever. That's one of those songs that, like when I lived in Texas, I heard it so many times that I started to get numb to how good it really is.
Yeah.
And actually, I was laying some lines down in my lawn today, cutting my grass,
Proud
and
of
I
you.
threw on number 2 Live Dinner. God bless it. It's such a good album. He tells a funny story about meeting Willie that leads into The Road Goes On Forever. And that's a song that I've never heard a studio version that's as good as any of the live versions that I've heard. It was written to be played live. I can't wait to hear it. I'm sure he'll play it. And man, it's a great song.
Well, I may be.
As far as songwriters
I may be
go,
staying at the Burl, that Burl stage, because I might just go wailing white to Robert Earl Keen. And don't want to upset people with the Mountain Joy. I'll come see the back end of Caamp, but I'm not in. I'm not anti Mountain Joy. I'm never anti anybody's music, but Mountain Joy is not taking the stage over Waylon Wild or Robert Earl Keen for me.
You know who won't be at the Burl stage with you?
Yeah.
Red,
Yeah.
talk to us about Caamp.
I got to be at the Elkhorn. I mean, I don't know where else you'd be.
Well, I'm going to get to see the back end of Caamp. I'm just not going to see India Mountain Joy.
And this is where they screw us. This is where they get you. You got to make difficult decisions.
All right, I want to spend time on Caamp, but just like Mount Joy,
Go ahead.
they got a live version of Julia from Red Rocks, and they sneak in a little Clint Eastwood from Gorillaz cover into that. It's a jam. It's going on the playlist, Cotton. Sorry.
Well, and if you're ranking obviously you can see that the Lumineers wraps up. So Limestone is the biggest stage. So
Mount Joy has a big following.
they've got Mount Joy
rightfully.
in
I think
the
they're
big
good.
stage. So
I'm
sure they
I think
are.
we're doing them. I'm disappointed that I'm going to have to leave their set early to go see Robert Earl Keen. Because I do, and the more I've listened to Mount Joy, I've got one of their albums hanging on the wall up here. It's good stuff. Another track, Let Loose, studio version of Let Loose, jam. Okay, Cotton, Red. Tell us about Caamp.
I mean, I don't know where to start. Gunnar and I just got back. We went to St. Louis this spring to see Caamp. He actually opened for Zach Bryan, but we went to see Caamp thinking he was the second opener and he would have quite a bit of time to play. He only played like 30 minutes or something. So just the fact he's got some time here. What is that? 8:15 to 9:30. That could be the draw.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna at least see the last 30 minutes because I can't miss Robert Earl Keen. Camp's awesome. I love everything they put out. Or I don't know if it's he or they. I think it's a band. They're awesome.
Like the raspy voice, like does something. Yeah.
Yeah.
is there a Southern Hang official, unofficial hangout spot at Railbird?
Well, would you? I think we're just telling the path. It's going to start at Colton Bowling and make over to Miller and then Pomeroy. Like
All right.
Doesn't it start at Boulevard? I mean,
Yeah, it
there's
does.
an official place.
Yeah,
like we
that's
go
true.
there and
That
then
is true.
okay.
So you saw Caamp open for Zach Bryan?
Yeah. Got turned on to Caamp from Bourbon and Beyond.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
do
That was
nothing.
2
I do
years ago,
fucking
right?
nothing. Well, truth be told, I still know nothing. But was that Bourbon and Beyond? I was like, oh, this shit's pretty good. Who is this? Then it was Caamp.
There you go.
So true story. Once I got back into vinyl, started buying stuff. Very first record I bought was Caamp, Lavender Girl, hanging on a wall over my shoulder.
What's your favorite song?
Lavender Girl, title track from that album. Love it.
I felt like you were making such
Although
good
I-
decisions.
He has a list for every band, every corresponding band, every singular album, every live album, every year. Like don't question our guy. Like he will throw out his top 10 of whatever subject and music you need to have.
You want indie folk concept albums? Got it.
Bam.
Live? Does it need to be
Smile of the
live?
Ghost, captain of the ship. Captain of the ship. Oh wait, no,
I
they're
knew
not
it.
here.
I knew it.
Live
I knew
two
it.
disc, boom.
Yeah, he's going in order right now. That was he was counting down.
No, Camp's got plenty of stuff. By and by.
I feel like that's the commercial
kind of
choice,
popular.
right?
Peach
Like
Fuzz.
by and by is amazing, but I would probably go like Apple Tree Blues or Peach Fuzz.
Peach Fuzz was just on. What show was I watching? It's just a really great needle drop. Peach Fuzz.
Well,
Well, think about it. Let me know. I'll go watch that show just for the song.
yeah.
All the debts that I owe.
Yeah.
But you're right, Red. It's that raspy voice, man.
Yeah.
It's,
Vagabond.
it's good.
All right
Yep.
then, and then wrapping up the
Tree,
evening.
That's on Lavender Girl, the Apple Tree tune. And they put an album out last year. Track Drive on that one. Same raspy voice, kind of a slow tune. Good stuff.
Yeah, I need to get into some of the newer stuff. Noted.
I do
I'm
think
on it.
though they've got a pretty diverse set list, and so I think they play a lot of the older stuff. I expect for them to play most of the stuff that we've talked about here.
If they know what's good for
And that
them.
was tough. I'm really disappointed that they're playing the same time as Robert Earl Keen.
Yeah.
Like festival decisions are always tough. Choosing between kids, and that's a big one here with Caamp and Robert Earl Keen for me.
Yeah, they're close enough. They're close enough. You'll be able to. You could technically run 100 yards. Well, I take that back after I said that out loud. You could walk briskly between the two.
I was
stages
told
and
you could
get-
just turn around. There's like a 180.
Early
Well,
in the
there's
show.
a-
Early in the show.
Yeah.
That is true, but
Fact check.
musically, you got to get out of the audible range so you can start picking up the one from the other stage. So, well, once we leave camp, you are wrapping up the night with the Lumineers.
Boom.
Diggity.
Yep.
We
They're
saw
still-
we saw the Lumineers the Tuesday before the world shut down, the pandemic. They played at the Yum Center, my sister and I.
Yeah.
Right? Like everybody still kind of wasn't sure what the fuck was going on, right? And we were like, oh, we'll be fine, blah, blah, blah. Concert was great. Then like 2 days later, they shut down all March Madness. Like everything just stopped. And we were like, we probably made some bad decisions being in a arena with 20,000 of our closest friends.
So they got, I know their popular stuff with the Ho Haze and all that, but are they still slapping out new music? Are they popping off, or are they still rolling off of what they did?
They had an album
5 years
last.
or so.
They had an album last year, beginning of the year. I couldn't tell you when, but Automatic.
Yeah.
Automatic was the name of it.
So Long's on that. I like that one.
It's a good call.
It's a who?
So Long.
So Long.
Oh, that's a name of a song
It's
track.
a track on their album.
I thought you
from
were throwing out one
last
of
year.
your
Maybe early
one of
this
your
year, I think.
catchphrases that you kids throw out about music.
No, sir.
All right.
The album's called Automatic.
Got
Time,
it.
time is one big loop to me, Neil, but I'm pretty sure it was like a year ago. If you think it was earlier this year, then I'm going to feel terrible.
Oh,
if
you're right.
was-
It says
if it was-
2025 release. So.
Oh, you're looking at a good deal. Then
You still got it, Sharon.
yeah,
You ain't lost it yet.
That's that one, man. I was
You
like,
got
if
your
it was 2 months ago and it feels like a year, good God.
So they're Lumineers, pretty freaking big as far as like popularity. It surprised me when I see them headlining festivals and stuff. I don't give them the credit they're due.
Yeah, I've got buddies that are big into them, and I dig them. They just never grabbed me where I was like in love with them. So, tell you the truth, the Sunday is the day for me for Railbird. I'm liking Saturday, and there are multiple bands I'm very excited to see. But as far as the top to bottom,
I do think if you were to add up all of the artists that we've talked about leading up to the Lumineers and add up all of their streaming data,
yeah,
it would total the Lumineers. They're at 18.4 million.
oh, I thought you were about to throw out some stat like head to head. Who's gonna box like a Saturday versus a Sunday people?
Well, we'll get to Sunday Cod. Don't worry. That's next week, and we'll spend all day on their lineup.
I thought Neil and Redmond were going to go at it with Caamp and Robert Earl Keen. That's where I thought we were going to have a boxing.
Yeah, internally, I think like left shoulder, right shoulder are going to be trying to decide between those two. So anyway, like Lumineers, I'm surprised at but I think it's because both generations. Like my daughter Isabel has seen Lumineers in concert. She loves Lumineers. So I think that's one of those artists that, with the Venn diagram for a lot of us, where our kids. So, Red, you mentioned taking Gunner to Caamp. That's impressive.
Yeah.
He's got good taste.
Yeah, he's big on Caamp. I probably gotta say that quietly so he doesn't hear they're playing a Railbird. Then we'll definitely have to go.
It's a Saturday.
That's right. School will be out.
Wait, Dave.
Yeah, he's good.
Wait. All right, fellas.
This is good.
Any parting shots on our the lineup for Saturday?
Saturday looks good, but I'm looking forward to Sunday.
Yeah, I hear you. So I'm just like in summary, for me, I'm gonna hit Colton Boland. I'm gonna hit some John R. Miller. Make my way over to Ken Pomeroy.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit Sons of Habit.
Wallflowers. I'll probably take a break and then hit maybe Sam Barber, then Stephen Wilson Jr. Cotton, you're on your own to go to Wild and Wyatt. I'm gonna go to Mount Joy.
Yeah.
And then camp out for my boy Robert Earl Keen. Catch the back end of Caamp, and then wrap up with Lumineers.
Yeah, you gotta map out your day. If you don't map out your day, you just find yourself lost. You gotta have a schedule. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
I once was
Good
lost.
time.
All right, so in wrapping this up, we didn't mention all the tunes, so I'll put together a playlist that we push out with at least one track from all the artists that we talked about today. So
Translation.
while you're at it,
I'll put 3 tracks for every artist that we talked about today.
And 6 for the ones
3
I really
tracks
like.
for the ones I like. Red could have one. Sherm can have one. I'll do more. Now,
One
while
for
you're
you.
at it, check out. So we'll put this on a unique playlist. And while you're at it, go follow our show. Like, help us build up our following here at the Southern Hang Podcast. So go to our YouTube channel, wherever you listen to your podcast. Make sure you subscribe to it so we hit your feed every week as the self-proclaimed official podcast of Railbird. While we're talking about Railbird, before we head to other festivals, check us out. And if you're going to be at Railbird, hit us up. Let us know on social. We'd love to run into you while we're there.
Bring your own blanket.
Fellas, it was always fun. No cheers.
No cheers.
See you out there.
Take it easy,
Saturday,
fellas.
June 6th. Be good.
Peace out.